Do you like scary movies? Hey, wait, don't run away. We just wanted to let you know that Scream 6 is coming out soon and give you the must-know details about it. You're not scared, are ya? The first 3 Scream installments came out in pretty rapid succession in 1996, 1997, and 2000. It would be 11 years before Scream 4 hit theaters in 2011, though. There was another 11-year break before the 5th film, simply titled Scream, hit in January 2022.
Oh my god, he's making a requel. A what?
It's a sequel that also serves as a reboot, introducing new characters alongside established vets. The result was one of the very best movies of 2022, basically guaranteeing a new entry in the series. Fortunately for Scream fans, the movies are back to a rapid release clip. According to Bloody Disgusting, Scream 6 originally had a release date of March 31st, 2023, but Paramount Pictures actually moved it up to March 10th. Paramount likely moved the date because the studio has another big release scheduled for the 31st, Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. There are lots of other competing releases throughout March, including Creed 3, John Wick Chapter 4, and Shazam! Fury of the Gods, so it'll be interesting to see if Scream 6 can slice and dice its way to the top of the box office rankings. The official trailer for Scream 6 promises something far more intense than we've seen in the series so far. It kicks off with 2 of the protagonists from 2022's Scream, Sam and Tara Carpenter, desperately seeking shelter in a New York bodega. But that won't stop Ghostface, who gets his hands on a shotgun and begins to hunt our heroes down. We then jump back to slightly less scary times as Sam tells us,
I had this secret. There's a darkness inside of me.
Sam is no doubt referencing the specter of her dad, Billy Loomis, one of the original Ghostface killers. Together, Sam and the other survivors from the previous film plot to execute the new Ghostface, but this villain seems considerably more violent than any version we've seen before. The trailer offers a glimpse of a Ghostface shrine and a collection of Ghostface statues, each one seemingly representing the film series' previous baddies. It also highlights what's bound to be one of the creepiest moments of the movie. Our heroes are trapped on a subway filled with costumed trick-or-treaters as a Ghostface figure slowly but surely makes its way towards Mindy Meeks Martin. It's pretty clear he's not looking for candy. The 2022 Scream actually had a good number of survivors. Tara and Sam Carpenter, Mindy and Chad Meeks Martin, and the pistol-packing Gale Weathers all made it through to the end. Original final girl Sidney Prescott also survived, though she won't be returning in Scream 6. The new installment is moving from Woodsboro to New York as the surviving heroes from the 5th film look to escape their bloody past and find a new start. But like Jason Voorhees once did, Ghostface is taking Manhattan. Tara, Sam, Mindy, and Chad will have to join forces with intrepid reporter Gale if they're going to make it out alive. Star Jenna Ortega, who plays Tara, told Entertainment Tonight, Ghostface gets a lot more intimidating. It just gets more and more gory. I think that this is probably the most aggressive and violent version of Ghostface we've ever seen. Melissa Barrera, who plays Sam, backed this up, telling Collider, with the last Scream, directors Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette were tiptoeing and trying to be very respectful of what the franchise had been up until that point and keeping their inner gory dreams at bay. But with this one, they were like, we're going all out. It's potentially 100 times gorier. There are 2 mainstays of the Scream franchise, Ghostface and Sidney Prescott. But as we mentioned, Scream 6 is the first installment of the series in which Sidney won't be appearing. Actress Neve Campbell, who plays Sidney, told People that the paycheck she was being offered for the film was insulting. She said, I did not feel that what I was being offered equated to the value that I bring to this franchise and have brought to this franchise for 25 years. I honestly don't believe that if I were a man and had done 5 installments of a huge blockbuster franchise over 25 years, that the number that I was offered would be the number that would be offered. Another original cast member, Courtney Cox, will be back in action as Gale Weathers. She'll be joined by another vet from the franchise, Hayden Panettiere. Her character, Kirby Reed, who was introduced and seemingly killed in Scream 4, evidently survived her stab wound. They'll also be joined by Scream 2022 stars Jenna Ortega, Jasmine Savoy Brown, Melissa Barrera, and Mason Gooding. Plenty of newcomers are on board for the 6th installment, too. Tony Revolori from the MCU Spider-Man films and the babysitter star Samara Weaving will have roles. They'll be joined by Henry Czerny, Dermot Mulrooney, Jack Champion, Leanna Liberato, Devin Nakota, and Josh Segarra. And while we don't know who's wearing the Ghostface mask, we know who will provide that chilling voice. As always, Roger L. Jackson.
But there's never been one like me, Gale.
The 2022 Scream was a hit with critics and at the box office, so there's no reason to mess around with that formula. That's why Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette have returned to direct Scream 6. Along with producer Chad Villella, the trio is known collectively as Radio Silence. In addition to 2022's Scream, they've honed their horror chops on the anthology horror flick Southbound, the 10/31/98 segment of the original VHS, and the hilarious demonic thriller Ready or Not, which starred Samara Weaving. Speaking with NME, Gillette explained the directing duo's goals for the new flick, saying, "Part of our assignment on Scream 5 was to play the greatest hits, to really show that we were part of a long lineage of characters. With Scream 6, we wanted to subvert that warm blanket and make something that's grittier and rawer. It's relentless and really visceral." Screenwriters James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick collaborated to help revive the franchise with the 2022 Scream, and now they're teaming up again for Scream 6. Busick has worked with Radio Silence before, co-writing the script for Ready or Not. He's also contributed to TV shows such as Castle Rock and Stan Against Evil. As for Vanderbilt, he's got an eclectic set of credits, including The Amazing Spider-Man, Independence Day Resurgence, Murder Mystery, and David Fincher's Zodiac. On the producing side of things, Radio Silence's Chad Villella will serve as an executive producer alongside many others, including Courtney Cox and Kevin Williamson, who penned the scripts for the original Scream and Scream 2.